Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Ask Evan. Before we get into it, I just want to address, in case you're thinking, oh, Evan doesn't seem like his usual self today, I don't know what's going on. I am very sick. Not like a, guys, I'm sick, got a light cough, feel bad. I've had like one of the worst illnesses I've ever had this week in terms of the pain threshold I've had to deal with. The last 3 days have been excruciating. Barely left my bed, just been rolling around, writhing in pain. I almost went to the hospital 2 days in a row. I kept trying to go, but the American in me was like, no, I don't have to go to the hospital. And the British people around are like, just go to the hospital. Just it's what you do when you're this ill. Everyone thought it was appendicitis. I talked to the 111 doctor. Turns out in the UK, it's like 911/999, except you just talk to someone that knows the doctory stuff. Not an actual GP or practitioner, but just someone that can advise you and get you an appointment at a doctor's office. So I got to do that. Luckily, it turns out I don't have appendicitis, according to this person. They think I just have gastroenteritis. You know, it still sounds pretty bad. Basically, it should be gone within a day or two, but oh my god, I feel horrible. I still have it right now. I'm gonna try and film this, edit this, I'll upload this. We're trying to do our best. Okay, I'm hopped up on every drug I can have in my house, trying to make myself feel a little better. But yeah, the stomach is just killing me. I've got like bad things going on in the bathroom. I've got chills. I got a fever. I've got, it's a fun time. But we upload every Sunday here on this channel. No excuses. All right. Let's jump into the video. I'm already sweating from this. What's your worst experience on a train? I figured I'd start off with a funny story because this is a really good question to ask. Very specific, and yet it's almost like they knew. Something Evan has done has got to be weird if it's been on a train. Now, most people that know me as a thrifty person. I like to get a bang for my buck, okay? I like to get a good value out of the money that I spend. And at one point, I found the cheapest tickets ever to Brighton return. It was like £6.90 or something. I was like ecstatic. So I buy these tickets, I just go on a day trip to Brighton, I have a good time, and on my way back, I get to Brighton Station, and I'm looking at the board, and I don't seem to see the specific train that I have, and I asked the ticket inspector guy, I was like, hey, do you know when my train's supposed to be in? This one seems to be going to London in like 10 minutes, then I get on that? And he was like, oh no, you can't get on that one. Your train ticket seems to be for a different provider. This is like Southern Rail, this is a fast train to Gatwick as well. And I was like, okay, well when's this coming in? He was like, in an hour and a half. So basically, my train ticket, not only would I have to wait an hour and a half to get on the train, but then that train took like 2.5 hours because it was a slow one. However, if I just got on the other one or had the other ticket, it would take me an hour. So I would save like 3 hours, okay? I don't know if the math is right. I'm sick. Give me a mulligan here, okay? But at this point, I thought of something crafty. I waited till the guy turned his back. I used my ticket. I got into the area, and I got on that train, okay? I needed to get home, okay? I needed to get home immediately. I get on the train, and I did that thing that I feel like people talk about, but no one actually knows someone did it. I've done it. I was the guy. I sat in the bathroom the whole time. I literally got on a train and I sat in the toilet because I didn't want any ticket inspector to find out I didn't have the same one. And then even if I did, I'd put on my most American accent and be like, oh, what do you mean? No, I have this ticket. It says I'm going to London. Oh, does this not work here? And then maybe he would have let me off because of my Americanness. I don't know, but I didn't want to risk it. The fact that I was in the bathroom made it more risky because then it's like, well, now we know you're up to something. I didn't get caught, but the story gets worse. Not only was it bad that I was hiding for an hour-long train in a bathroom, I would like you to know it was a stinky toilet, okay? It was not a good one, all right? Not a good look. We finally get to London. My stress is free. I get off the train, and guess what? My ticket doesn't work. It won't let me out. Why? Because my ticket that I was actually supposed to be using took me in to a different station, okay? Mine was supposed to take me to like Liverpool Street, but I just got off at Victoria, which is even more convenient for me. It's near to my house. So I'm like, oh crap, I can't just ask a ticket inspector to let me out. He's gonna be like, how did you use this? You shouldn't have been here. Blows his little whistle. I'm arrested, deported. Oh shoot. So I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do? How do I get out of here? I can't tailgate anyone and just sneak my way out through like the handicapped entrance because guess what? Everyone's already left the train. What am I supposed to do? So I come up with a stupid, crafty decision. I can't just wander around on that side. It's too suspicious. I just get on a train going the opposite direction and hope that I could just get out, and I end up getting on this train that takes me all the way to like Clapham Junction or something, and then I just get out there and find my way out. You know what? I managed, okay? I got home a bit later than I expected, but I was still earlier than if I had waited that long amount of time for the actual ticket. Was that the worst train journey I've ever had? Yes. It was stressful, it was stinky, it was embarrassing, and I'm ashamed. Never do that ever again. Don't recommend it. Just get the train ticket you're supposed to get. Maybe that extra £3 savings just isn't worth it. Did you learn any Bayerisch while living in München? Well, coincidentally, I did learn Bayerisch without knowing that I'd learned Bayerisch. This whole time, everyone kept making fun of me, saying, you moved to Munich and you end up learning a lot of Bavarian instead of German. And I was like, yes. The other day I had some German friends over and I was talking about carrots and I had said, I need some Möhren. A Möhren. They were like, what? I was like, Möhren. It's the Bavarian word for carrots, not like Karotten or whatever it is. I can't believe this. I'd literally learned carrots while I was in Munich, and it was the wrong word for carrots. It was the Bavarian word for carrots. Bavaria ruined me. Can't believe it. I'm loving German more and more. German pun. Did you go to the hospital after that period tweet? I did not go to the hospital. Like I said, the last 2 days in a row, I've been very strongly considering it. I went downstairs every morning and Luke was like, I heard you screaming. And I was like, yeah, it was very painful. Every morning I wake up, it's a lot of pain. But the doctor advised me I don't necessarily need to unless it gets worse. It's still stable at ow. So unless it gets to like for the entire day, I think I'm gonna try and stick it. What do you miss most about New Jersey? Honestly, mostly just the Wawa. Why do you think people hate Hufflepuff? The only people that hate Hufflepuffs are Hufflepuffs. Let's be real. I mean, everyone makes fun of Hufflepuffs because they're like the lamest house, but the only house of people that will be upset if you make fun of them are Hufflepuffs. If you make fun of a Slytherin and be like, you're a Slytherin, they'll be like, yeah. Do the same to a Gryffindor, they'll be like, whatever. Ravenclaws, Hufflepuffs, what? No! Very insecure. It's very sad. A YouTuber you think is underrated? Definitely Drew Gooden. I mean, I found him a couple months ago and I've been lurking on his channel for a bit, but only recently I've been like binging and he's a good one. He really is. I love it. This is one of my favorite styles of editors and content and scripting and the quality he puts out. It's all 10 out of 10. Would recommend. How did you cope with uni coursework and how badly have you ever fallen behind? Oh boy, coursework is a confusing thing. It wasn't really a thing in the US, and so I didn't experience it until I moved here for my master's. It all started when my computer broke down and I had to spend an entire day of my life in the Apple store trying to get it fixed so I could have my video uploaded for my Valentine's Day collab back in the day. But because of that, I had to miss one entire day of class and I never fully caught up. I was always chasing it, but couldn't really do it, and I kept getting further and further behind until finally, I actually missed the entire last week of school to go to Playlist Live, a YouTube convention in Florida, and that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. I was just too far gone at that point. I spent the next month of my life every single day in my bedroom revising and teaching myself the courses. I got firsts that entire term. That's great because I taught myself, but it was only because I'd put so much effort into catching up the month after. How has adjusting back into English-speaking society been? It's not been the funnest thing in the world. I automatically want to say like keinen Zettel bitte. I miss being able to just speak casual German in a shop or out and about, or being able to like read and see German. It's just so fun for me as a language I'm learning. So the fact that now I don't even get a chance to do those small little things that did actually help, it's a bit sad. Just a little bit. Currently, who are your favorite artists? Do you listen to certain music while running? I don't particularly listen to like my favorite artists while running because some music just isn't set for running, you know what I'm saying? I do like listening to certain video game soundtracks while running because I feel like it sets the mood. Horizon Zero Dawn has a good soundtrack for that. Metroid Prime has good music for that. And also recently, Panic's album, man. The new Panic album is so good for running. As soon as it sets it off with that first song and it goes, Silverlight, I'm into it. I'm like already well into that run, you know what I'm saying? And every song after it, it's a bop. Do you know what synesthesia is? Yes, actually, I found out what that word meant a couple years ago when a favorite artist of mine released a song called Synesthesia, and I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I've experienced it since then like a couple times. It's pretty rad. If your friends advocate veganism, then why don't you go completely plant-based? Well, you see, it's quite a simple answer. I have my own ideals and thoughts because I'm my own person and I don't just follow what everyone else does. Maybe. I mean, I have my own body and I make up my own decisions. I don't just do things because my friends do them or because other people do them. That's a pretty bad reason to do anything, in my opinion, regardless of what it is. I mean, people can be vegan and good on them for doing that, but it's just not for me personally. What are your opinions on martial arts? They're taekwondo-ful. Taekwondo-ful. The only pun, the worst pun. You could say that pun was karate-able. I could do it again. I could do it. I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest. Baby shark. Thanks. What's your favorite place you ever traveled to and why? I definitely have like a couple destinations and it was like the most beautiful place and the most like amazing place, whatever. But the main place that I really liked a lot and I just want to go back to so badly is Bali. I just really want to experience Bali again with friends and I've planned a whole itinerary and I just need to get some friends that want to come with me at the same time. Every time I plan it, it falls through. We'll see if I can do that sometime in the next 12 months. Bali's just so beautiful. It's like a paradise, and the people there are like the nicest people out of any country I've ever been, and they don't expect anything in return. That's just how the people there are. They're just perfect people. They're so lovely and kind. For your German video, how many times did you know how to say a word versus how many times did you have to look one up? Well, for my video that I did, which was 100% in German, I knew about 90% of what I wanted to say, and 10% were things that I just had never had the chance to learn, such as, you know, Brillenbügel, you know, this little arm for the glasses. That's just a word that had never crossed my mind to learn in German, but now I know it. It's still in my head. That's useful. What exactly do you miss about living in Munich? Mostly the feeling of it being new and exciting and different and out of my comfort zone. I began to enjoy that and live for that, and it was so exciting. That was the main thing that I enjoyed. Like, I was in this other world. I loved it. That's the main thing, is the feeling that I miss. Favorite thing about streaming at twitch.tv/Edinger? Well, I love that I can just kind of play any game I want, some story-based games, some Fortnite. We had some Donkey Kong Country for the SNES the other day, and no matter what I'm streaming, it's just a really nice chill atmosphere, and like 99 times out of 100, chat's super chill. We chat about loads of different things, and it's just a really nice, supportive community, and I like that. Join us today. It's a fun time. Seriously, if you like streaming or watching games and stuff, it is a really nice time. It's a lot of lovely people there. And that about does it for this episode of Ask Evan. I hope you've enjoyed this video that I've somehow managed to film despite severe pains in my abdomen region and trying to wince off camera. But thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thumbs up for pain and suffering. Anyway, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Never miss a Sunday. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Here's another video you can watch. I made it earlier too. It's an outro that I just made. Ow, ow, ew.